gotta admit, that Rhea Ripley's entrance in ring attire, I gotta admit, Rhea Ripley's entrance in ring attire was pretty good. Those blue ring attire sweats she had on, those remind you of Vegeta's attire. That ring attire that Rhea Ripley was wearing reminds you of Vegeta. Reminds you of Super Saiyan Vegeta. In fact, it even reminds you of Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Vegeta. It even reminds you of Super Saiyan God Vegeta. Or I'll give you one even better. It reminds you of her attire reminds you of Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. Anyways, nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, this is Brandon Ingram here, back with another live stream today. So I'm going to be reviewing WrestleMania 36 Part 2. Well, it's basically WrestleMania 36 Night 2 full show results and review. I'm going to be reviewing that, and we have a lot to talk about, including that yesterday's update, including 2 days ago's update on about the backstage heat on the Miz at WWE Wrestlemania. Ladies and gentlemen, it seems like that backstage heat seems to be heating up really bad, really bad. So, first, let's get to this backstage heat on the Miz at WWE WrestleMania. To those of you who are a fan or fans of the Miz, well, so according to Ringside News, I read this on WWE.ringsidenews.com. The big update about backstage heat on the Miz at WWE WrestleMania 36. So let's get to that. Those of you who are Miz fans. Okay, so those of you who are big fans of the Miz, you might need to know this. This is very important for those of you who are fans of the Miz. So WWE RingsideNews.com said that WWE needed to make a big change to the SmackDown Tag Team match on the day they were supposed to film the match. And you know what? I give props to WWE.ringsidenews.com for this, because they are absolutely correct. They should have made a change to that match that day, which was 2 days ago. It was Saturday. Technically a day ago or 2 days ago, but whatever. Anyways, shifting gears, moving on to what I'm saying. So, WWE.ringsidenews.com is absolutely right about the big change, to the SmackDown Tag Team title match on the day they were supposed to film the match. So, The Miz was reportedly sick, which that rumor happened to be true. The rumors were true that The Miz was sick, and he was flagged and put into quarantine. So this reportedly caused a backstage domino effect, which caused Roman Reigns to leave. Oh my God. I can't believe, I'm actually shocked to hear that it actually caused Roman Reigns to leave. Roman Reigns left because of that? I mean, especially if Roman Reigns is diagnosed with leukemia and still has it, then, you know what, I don't blame him for leaving then. You know what I mean? But other than that, if he doesn't have leukemia, then there's no reason to leave. You all get what I'm saying? I mean, there's no reason to leave. There's no reason to WWE to pull Roman Reigns if he doesn't have leukemia. But he has leukemia. He was diagnosed with leukemia before. but he technically still has it. So he doesn't want to get the coronavirus, and you know what? I don't blame him for leaving. I kind of don't blame him for leaving, because I wouldn't want to have the coronavirus either from another WWE superstar who's sick, who might be tested positive for the coronavirus. And you know what? Speaking of Miz might be tested positive for the virus, because being the fact that if he was sick that day, then that means, we don't know. That means he could either be tested positive for the virus or he could be tested negative. But you know what? There's something tells me that Miz could be tested positive for that virus, and his wife is not going to like that. And his wife is probably going to be devastated. I think Miz should go to the doctor to see if he gets tested positive for the virus. I think that's what Miz needs to do at this point. He needs to go to a doctor, go get checked to see if he's tested positive for the virus. Because if he is, then what's going to happen to WWE? Well, WWE's probably going to give him some months off until coronavirus goes away. That's probably what's going to happen. WWE's probably going to give Miz some months off until the virus goes away. First of all, if they're saying that Miz actually showed up at WrestleMania, Miz should have never showed up to begin with, if he did. But let's read the rest of this real quick. So the rumor mill is kerning in over time during WrestleMania. One rumor that that WWERingsideNews.com had been asked about concerns the Miz. So there were people out there saying that there was heat on Miz for being pulled from WrestleMania. And see, I've been hearing this rumor for about 2-3 days now. I've seen it on social media. I've seen it on Twitter. So it's crazy. So the Ringside News has learned that there was no heat on Miz. Nobody is upset at the Miz over something he had no control over. They shouldn't be, as they should not be. They should not be upset over that. There's no reason for them to be upset over that. It just doesn't make sense for them to get upset over something that they shouldn't be upset about. So then the Miz was moved out of the match because of what I just read. The Miz was moved out of the match, and the Triple Threat tag team ladder match, is now a Triple Threat singles ladder match for tag team titles. So that explains why Jay, Big E, and the Miz weren't there, because of the Miz was sick and he was feeling ill. So that's how that's how it led to John Morrison versus Kofi Kingston versus Jimmy Usos that day. Now we know the real answer. Now you all know the real answer, the real truth to the Miz backstage heat. So, of course, that Saturday night, WWE took their time to announce this change for WrestleMania. An injury for the A-lister from their brawl on SmackDown was blamed for pulling Miz out of the match. So now we know the true answer. An injury was blamed for the Miz getting pulled out of that match. So the injury must have been the blame for that, apparently. So I hope those of you that are watching, that are a fan of Miz, now you know what happened with the backstage heat on the Miz. Now you know what happened. So, shifting gears. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. So, before I get started with this WrestleMania review, be sure you hit that like, subscribe button, turn on notifications so you won't miss the live streams I do on this channel. Also, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Facebook. Well, like me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. Like my Facebook page. Not my profile, but Facebook page that I created to post all my reviews on there and stuff. and subscribe to my YouTube channel, of course. I'm sure you all heard that millions of times. I have to say that to make sure I get the best subscribers to ever exist. I don't really get on Twitch often, but still subscribe to my Twitch. I might be returning to live streaming on Twitch this summer. Maybe up to winter. I don't know. I think by the time that PS5 come out, I'll probably end up saving money up to get that. But anyways, all that stuff, and well, we're gonna go ahead and get started with this WrestleMania 36 Night 2 full show results and review. So, ladies and gentlemen, I watched WrestleMania 36 last night. It seemed like WrestleMania 36 Part 1 was way better than Part 2. But then again, switching gears, switching around, it felt like the opposite. It felt like WrestleMania Part 2 was better than WrestleMania 36 Part 2 was better than WrestleMania 36 Part 1. It's like, man, which one was better? Was it both or just one? Overall, I think WrestleMania 36 Part 1 was better, though, because of that Boneyard matchup that we all saw. I mean, let's be honest, that Boneyard matchup was pretty fun to see. Especially when you see Undertaker's entrance, seeing the Undertaker logo in the front of the, I think, the barn. Or something like that. But I know we're seeing Undertaker coming in with an entrance with his bike, riding his motorcycle, getting out of it, you know. Of course, AJ Undertaker beating the crap out of each other at the Boneyard. And I think WrestleMania 36 Part 1 was way better than WrestleMania 36 Part 2. And the weirdest, funniest thing I've seen, the weirdest, funniest match that I think it was the weirdest and the craziest match was John Cena versus Bray Wyatt, The Fiend, in that Firefly Funhouse match. That match was the weirdest, funniest, strangest match I have ever seen. I am not even kidding. Oh my god, I can't tell you how freaking weird and strange that was. It didn't scare me, but it was just weird. Not necessarily scared or hiding from Sister Abigail, but just in a way, it was just weird in a good and bad way. Well, in a bad way, though, really. I don't know, that match was just, and I thought The Fiend and John Cena were actually going to be wrestling, but instead it wasn't no wrestling match. It was a Fire Funhouse match. I was like, oh man, I was thinking they were going to be wrestling in the ring for real, and it ain't even happened. That didn't even happen. I thought it was gonna be like the Goldberg versus John Cena match, was similar, longer. Which I think the Goldberg versus Braun Strowman match should have still been longer, though, that day, that Saturday night. And speaking of Braun Strowman, I bet he is happy to be Universal Champion. I don't blame him. I think I'd be happy too if I was in that ring holding that title. I think I'd be happy too. I don't blame him. But anyways, shifting gears to the review. So, the kickoff show. So, the part 2 kickoff show is the same as the first one, with Corey Graves and Peter Rosenberg by a disc. Rosenberg immediately talks about how much he loved the Boneyard match and how part 1 was a great escape from real life. The duo run down tonight's card. So yeah, everybody on Twitter, all the wrestlers on Twitter were responding to that Boneyard match. They retweeted the Boneyard match, and I seen some comments saying, "Wow, that Boneyard match was for the ages. Wow, that Boneyard match was awesome." I've seen comments like that, and I seen comments like that was the best Boneyard match this year to date. I've seen comments, a lot of comments like that, a lot of nice comments about the Boneyard match. That Boneyard match was off the chain that Saturday night, man. That was, I seen it all. I seen the whole match. That match was off the chain. I'm telling you, that was a great Boneyard matchup. That should go down as the greatest Boneyard match this year. The greatest Boneyard match of WrestleMania 36. That should go down as one of the talked about matches in history. That Boneyard match. It really should. I think it should, in my opinion. We never get at matches that often like that. We never get to see matches that often like that. So, and I bet you it was the first time all of you seen that Fire Funhouse matchup. Like I said, weird, the strangest match I've ever seen. I thought it was going to be an actual John Cena and Bray Wyatt, just actually wrestling in the ring like it was with Goldberg and Bray Wyatt, sort of similar, but still. But switching gears back to the kickoff show. So yeah, the Boneyard match. Rosenberg said he loved the Boneyard match and how Part 1 was a great escape from real life. The duo run down tonight's card. Rosenberg and Graves discussed John Cena versus The Fiend that night. Said they have no idea what a Funhouse match is going to be, but they're interested. Graves asked if it's wise for John Cena to accept, and if he's playing into Bray's hands, and Rosenberg says yes. He says this is going deep into the depths of what the Fiend is. That said, Cena looks as passionate as he's ever been. So last night we got a recap of which I'm pretty sure was a recap. It was sort of like a recap to me, but it really wasn't. Instead we got a video hyping Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair. Rosenberg says that Rhea will be a Hall of Famer someday, but tonight the pressure is on Charlotte to prove herself. Graves says, as impressive as Rhea is, nobody shines brighter than a Flair. They discuss what it would mean for NXT to have Charlotte as the champion. I think that would mean everything to NXT to have Charlotte as the NXT champion. And I'm actually going to spoil y'all on that matchup when we get to that. You're going to be surprised who the victor was at that match last night. To those of you who didn't get to watch WrestleMania 36 Part 2. So after that video hyping Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair, we see the Street Profits backstage, and Ford says today's the day. They make some jokes about Garza and Theory, and Dawkins tell Charlie Caruso that Angel isn't the only Laredo on Raw. They say they want the smoke. So this brings us to Liv Morgan versus Natalya, and I'm actually going to be doing this match and all the other matches on streaming live on WWE 2K20, which y'all can see up on the screen. We're going to be doing those matches, and I'm actually going to be telling y'all what really occurred with these matches last night on WrestleMania 36. So I'm going to push the start match button. This review is going to be the same review. This review is going to be the same as yesterday's review, basically. But this one's going to be a whole lot better. I won't be losing none of these matches like it was yesterday. It's not going to happen again. I'm not losing these matches like I did yesterday with some matches. That's why I probably got a dislike yesterday on my review yesterday. Probably because I lost those matches and redid them again. Well, I'm not losing none of these matches that I'm going to be doing from WrestleMania, from last night's WrestleMania 36, Part 2 that I watched on YouTube. It was Part 1 was most certainly better than Part 2, for sure. WrestleMania Part 1.
And here comes Natalya. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Natalya. A multi-time women's champion, a reality star,
WWE confirms Money in the Bank
superstar.
Without location.
What an incredible career.
This was posted by RingsideNews.com. Just now, Ringside News just now posted this on Twitter. And we are actually going to get to that at the end. I'm actually going to read that at the end. Right now this is all about the WrestleMania 36 Part 2 review. Doing this for
and from Elmwood Park, New Jersey, L.I.V. Morgan.
Here we go. This is the match a lot of these people came to see tonight. And with good reason, Michael. This one's been brewing for quite some time.
Remember last month, the last month I live streamed, Liv Morgan had the pink hair.
And what about this crowd reaction, guys? Yeah, the WWE Universe is definitely ready to see these women square off. And I can't say that I blame them.
She's been had that hair for probably about 1 or 2 years. That new hair.
Natalya, a third-generation superstar, part of the iconic Heart Wrestling family. She carries that legacy with her every time she laces up her boots.
And as Natalya will tell you, it's a legacy that is defined by being the best. Good to be in Orlando, an adopted home of sorts for WWE.
Yeah, there's lots of fun parks here, too.
Saxton goes to those discount theme parks just like he's a discount broadcaster.
Hey, don't knock it till you try it, Corey. Not many people go to it.
Saw that one coming. Back inside the ring. Boom. Nightmare takeover. Followed by.
I wasn't expecting that.
There it is. It's locked in.
Smart maneuver.
She's got her where she. No. She breaks it.
Wow. She's quite the escape artist, Michael.
Point of the elbow. Nailed it.
Here we go.
Alabama slam.
That was all sorts of nasty.
She scores big with the counter. She's in control. Oh, man. What a nasty STO.
Leg drop.
And quickly going for the cover. All too easy for Natalya to escape. Wow.
Natalya carries on the Hart family tradition with the raw power of her father, the legendary Jim the Anvil Knight.
Saw that one coming.
Nice drop kick.
Natalya's a third-generation superstar and extremely competent, but pedigree and competence can only get you so far in WWE, especially in a match like this. What does Natalya have to do here to pull out the win?
I think it's pretty obvious. Natalya's best strategy has to be soften her opponent's back to prepare for the patented Hart family sharpshooter. That's the ace in the hole and the reason why Natalya's so confident.
She's bringing the pressure on now.
She's fighting hard, and it is paying off.
Oh, right to the skull. Just think about what it would mean to these competitors to win here tonight on the grandest stage of all.
Textbook vertical suplex.
And here we go. Locked in. It's locked in. Oh, what? Gets to the ropes, forcing the break.
And Michael, I have to...
Front face lock applied into the guillotine.
Big move coming. German suplex. Knife edge chop. Wow, she turned that one around. She's in full control now. This might be it. She's got the ropes, and the pin is broken. And it's Natalya with the reversal. In a weakened state here, guys. Michinoku driver.
Absolutely planted.
You gotta love this match. So many different things happening all at once.
Natalya able to counter beautifully.
We're reaching a point where these superstars must be hurt, must be vulnerable.
And who's going to find a way to capitalize on that vulnerability?
You can sense it. This crowd is on pins and needles.
The WWE Universe is ready to erupt. Are we close to the beginning of the end?
Wasn't expecting that.
Russian leg sweep.
Watch out here. With authority.
Oh, it didn't go as planned there.
Drop kick from behind. Great counter.
Impressive in-ring IQ on display. Front face lock applied into the guillotine.
Look at that. She escapes.
Talk about coming up clutch, guys.
She's got her. German suplex.
Reverses. Can she take advantage?
Oh, look, look. Here we go. We got a rope break.
Oh! What?
Look out here. Oh, no. Dangerous maneuver there. She's starting to tire a little.
She may have underestimated the opposition she'd face tonight.
She might just be running on instinct at this point.
Can you believe this?
Look at this. She's going to get it. Let's take another look at these women in action.
Here is your winner, L.I.V. Morgan.
You're looking at the winner of this one-on-one match.
That's the kind of win that makes you feel good about yourself.
That's one of those personal WrestleMania moments and memories that will last a lifetime. I'm so glad we all got to be a part of it.
Alright, so I'm going to tell y'all what really happened with this match between Liv Morgan and Natalya last night. This was the kickoff match. This was the match to start to kick off the show. No, you know, to kick off WrestleMania 36. This is more like a kickoff match, basically. Singles match. So now I'm actually going to tell y'all what happened with this match. So the bell rings and Liv Morgan motions for a handshake, but Natalya instead takes her down with a headlock. Morgan uses a head scissors, but Natty keeps up. They lock up, and Natalya takes a wrist lock, then transitions into a roll up for a 1 count. So then Natty swings a kick, but Liv grabs it, only for Natty to roll through into a submission. Liv escapes into a headlock, but Natty fights out. Natty swings a lariat, but Liv ducks it Matrix style and rolls her up for a 2 count. Liv whips Natty to the corner and taunts her before hitting a hip attack. She looks to but Natty avoids it. Natty uses the rope to hit a springboard atomic drop, then runs over Liv's back and drop kicks her. Liv gets sent to the apron, blocks a punch, and hungs. Natty on the top rope. So basically, Natty was hung on the top rope, and Liv tries to shoulder tackle Natty, but gets kicked, then hit with a discus lariat that knocks her to the floor. Natty gets her back inside and hits a snap suplex, then into a surfboard stretch. So Natalya releases the hold, and Morgan takes a headlock, but Natty throws her off. Liv comes back with a one-leg cold breaker for a near fall. Liv avoids a roll-up, but Natty hits her with a wheelbarrow facebuster for a near fall. Natty looks for a sharpshooter, but Liv rolls her up for a near fall. They break apart, and Liv hits a shining wizard. Natalya attempts the wheelbarrow facebuster again, but Liv rolls her up for the win. So I did take to Twitter to congratulate Liv Morgan on her victory over Natalya. So after this match, after Liv Morgan's victory over Natalya, we see Dolph Ziggler backstage, and Sonya Deville approaches asking if he's heard from Mandy Rose. They talk about the situation until Charlie Caruso approaches and asks about it, and they tell her this isn't TMZ. Corey Graves sarcastically says that this is proof that you should never mix personal and professional lives. Video package for Edge vs. Randy Orton airs. Booker T, Christian, and Renee Young join on webcams to discuss this match. Renee asks Christian what is going through Edge's head. Christian says that the thing that comes to his mind is confidence. He says Edge has came back from retirement and back from that hellacious beating by Randy Orton. So Edge is confident. He says if getting cleared to compete lit a fire under Edge, Randy laying out Beth Phoenix with an RKO turned it into an inferno. He says Edge has always felt like he had his back against the wall, but he suspects he has at least one last great match left. Renee asks Booger if Edge has enough to get the job done, and Booger T says Edge has 9 years of ring rust. Meanwhile, Randy is the single best competitor in the business. Lastly, we see a video package for Lesnar versus Drew McIntyre. Rosenberg says that in the press of as Drew McIntyre has been, Lesnar is just too dominant and too violent for the Scottishman to overcome. Graves says history awaits, and thus ends the kickoff show. So that was the kickoff show. That ended that. And so WrestleMania 36 had officially started last night. So now the first match, WrestleMania 36, was Rhea Ripley defending her NXT Women's Championship against Charlotte Flair. And I'm actually going to do this match to show y'all what happened. To show y'all what happened, what you need to watch for the end, because the end is going to tell y'all who the victor was. The end will tell you who the victor was of this match. And I'm actually going to spoiler you at the end of this match that I'm about to do on this game, streaming live on WWE 2K20. Start the matchup.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the NXT Women's Championship.
Here comes the Queen. Already a legend.
Charlotte's already a legend because this is a what have you done for me lately business, and the Queen never rests on her laurels, never spends any more time than needed celebrating the history she's made. Charlotte is constantly moving forward to become the greatest superstar sports entertainment has ever known. The one-woman wrecking ball is ready to roll.
She has all the potential in the world.
One of the most powerful women in all of WWE. Set a new standard of brutality in her match against Toni Storm at NXT UK TakeOver Blackpool.
She became the first ever NXT UK Women's Champion. Sent a message to the entire world in the 2017 and 2018 Mae Young Classic tournaments.
This match that took place last night, WrestleMania 36, NXT Women's title win. I really think Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley put on a great performance.
Introducing the challenger from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair.
On television.
And introducing the champion, she is the NXT Women's Champion.
Like I said, she had on attire that was like a cheetah. She had on that cheetah attire. She called it the cheetah attire. Whoever made that attire, that's
It's all about the NXT Women's Championship. Everyone who has held that title has gone on to create massive waves in sports entertainment.
There are no eyes to the future right now, Cole. These ladies have only one thing in mind, and that's being the next NXT Women's Champion.
This title match has the makings of a great one.
Uh-oh, the end is near. Here it comes. Rhea's got it hooked.
Narrowly avoiding trouble.
Yeah,
The champion into the cover. She's got a long way to go before she should be thinking about a pinfall victory here. Charlotte sure dodged that one. She did indeed. Looking stunned.
Looking rock.
Charlotte turns it around.
Nice move.
Swinging neck breaker.
Textbook.
Of course, I'm doing this for all of you that didn't get to watch WrestleMania 36 for all these matches that I'm doing from WrestleMania 36.
Here it comes.
That I watched.
Neck breaker.
Of course, you know I watched the first one on WWE Network.
Charlotte is all business right now.
The Queen taking over.
Oh, God, that hurt.
So I know who the winners are. I already reviewed to you all. I've already showed you all who the winner was with that match.
In control here with a swinging neck breaker.
Textbook.
So now, it's time to review to you who the winner was.
No, I can't wait to see what Charlotte does here.
Nasty attack to the neck.
The champ taking their share of hits now.
She can withstand the punishment, though. Textbook vertical suplex.
How?
Bam.
She won this match. I'm not going to say her name yet.
In control here with a swinging neck breaker.
Textbook. Bow down to the Queen. The momentum is clearly turned to her
I
favor.
want to spoil her so bad.
Oh, here it is. The abdominal stretch.
Grabbing the ankle for extra torque.
Ooh, fighting for survival.
And she breaks free. I don't know how she did it. That was impressive.
Charlotte with a nice reversal. Wow, what a sequence. And now that one's countered. Russian leg sweep. The champ not in a great place.
She's not rising to the occasion right now.
Charlotte Flair has so many high-profile victories in both WWE and NXT. Corey, how does a competitor manage to steal a win from the Queen?
Well, Charlotte's just like her father in that this industry means everything. Rick and his daughter are both very emotional, and manipulating those emotions could be key to victory.
She's got to remember to get back in the ring before the referee's 10 count.
Evading possible disaster there.
Corey, going back to those emotions, Charlotte isn't afraid to shed tears when she's truly moved. But I can see moments where she gets angry like Rick does too.
Yeah, cheap attacks or insults might make Charlotte so angry that she makes a mistake. But keep in mind, she's learned almost every trick in the book, and she isn't easily fooled.
Once again, this match is about the women's title.
Here she goes, back in the ring now.
Charlotte with a fantastic counterattack.
That's why she's the queen.
Woo! Oh, slingshot.
The champ's taking an immense amount of damage.
Yeah, this could be the end of the road for her.
Charlotte with a nice reversal.
I'm not sure Charlotte should be showing up her competition like this.
Oh, and a knee. And another.
Oh, able to counter.
Oh, neck breaker.
The Queen looking to finish things off. Here's the figure 4.
And there it is, the figure 8. Figure 8 locked in deep. Nowhere for her opponent to go. Without no choice here, there's no escape. She's out. She escapes the hold.
Just when it looked like the night was over, too.
Critical time in this matchup.
This is a time to dig deep. Right suplex. This does not look good for Charlotte.
Hooked up. Well, look at the power. Side slam. That will get your attention. And it's Charlotte with a reversal.
There's a reason why she's genetically superior.
When you look at this,
It looks like they both did their homework heading into this one.
She returns the favor there.
clothesline. Shoulders down now. Is it enough to retain the championship? And frustration has to be mounting as she kicks out again.
Wow. Nice drop kick.
She's taking charge here.
She's executing on her plan perfectly. I can't wait to see what Charlotte does here.
In control here with a swinging neck breaker. Textbook.
And this is all part of Charlotte's strategy.
Big body drop. One elevation. Charlotte with a fantastic counterattack. That's why she's the queen.
Spear by the Queen.
She ducks out of the way there. Nice sit-out collar. Escapes in a nick of time. Oh, man. Looking vulnerable now, guys. That messed up the back of your neck. And head over heels. The challenger being outclassed here.
She's tough, but maybe not tough.
There's the pin. Title on the line. What is keeping this competitor going?
Barely. Here it comes. Rhea's got it hooked.
Charlotte is measuring. Kick right to the midsection.
And I think we know what's coming up next, Michael.
Indeed we do.
Natural selection. We can have a new champion.
Charlotte just changed the momentum of this match.
She's got her where she wants her.
Not what she was looking for. What's the Queen got in mind now, Byron?
How about
Natural selection.
the title's in jeopardy here?
I think the paradigm has shifted. Even better, the second.
Charlotte going for the figure four. Once she locks it in, if she can bridge out to the figure eight, this one's over. Locked in tight. Charlotte into the bridge.
I can't believe it. Charlotte is the new champ. The Queen has done it.
Sorry to spoiler you all, too late, guys.
Here we can see how the Queen was crowned the victor.
This is exactly what happened with this women's championship match last night.
Here is your winner, and the new NXT Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair!
Charlotte wins here in impressive fashion. And with this win, we set off what I predict will be an amazing championship run.
And what an incredible journey it has been to get to this WrestleMania moment. Absolutely amazing.
So, there was the results of the match. Now I'm going to reveal to y'all what happened with the match last night at WrestleMania 36, Part 2. So you ready for the real results of this matchup that I watched last night? So, the match went other way. They lock to lock up. But Charlotte dodges it and talks trash. So then Charlotte takes Rhea down by a leg and shouts, "This is out NXT champion." So she basically shouted out NXT champion. Charlotte takes Rhea's back, drops her, and looks. So yeah, that was the result of that match, y'all. So now that I showed y'all the results of that match, hate to spoiler you late. Now that I showed y'all the results of that match, now I'm gonna tell y'all what really happened with this match last night. What occurred during this match between Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair. Excuse me for having my mic off too, by the way. So this match got underway. They lock to lock up, but Charlotte dodges it and talks trash. Charlotte then takes Rhea down by a leg and shouts, "This is NXT champion." Well, shouts out NXT champion. So Charlotte takes Rhea's back, drops her, and looks for the figure four, but Rhea kicks her off. So then they lock up, and Ripley pushes Flair back until she turns around. She turns her around and pushes her face in the corner. Rhea gets in her face, so Charlotte chops the chest repeatedly. Ripley reverses an Irish whip, and Charlotte Flair tries to roll over the buckles to the apron, but Ripley boots her in midair. Ripley then hits the riptide, but Charlotte kicks out. So Flair rolls to the outside and crawls to the ramp to regroup. Flair gets back in the ring at 8, but slides back out. Ripley chases her, and Flair kicks her when tries to slide in the ring after her. Ripley kicks Flair on the apron and drags her from the ring by the hair. Charlotte shoves Rhea into the steps, but Ripley climbs onto them and hits a senton to Flair at ringside. So then back in the ring, and Ripley hits a drop kick followed by repeated shoulder tackles in the corner. Ripley talks some trash before hitting a suplex for a 2 count. Ripley puts Charlotte in a body scissors and slaps the back of her head. Ripley rolls over to pin Charlotte, but she kicks out. Ripley boots Charlotte, and she falls through the ropes to the apron. Ripley looks for a big boot to Charlotte Flair on the apron, but misses, and Flair slingshots her leg on the top rope. Flair starts targeting the leg, stomping it over and over. Charlotte lifts and slams Rhea's leg into the mat a few times, then kicks the back of it. Charlotte drags Ripley under the ropes to whip her leg off the ring post repeatedly. Ripley yanks Charlotte into the post, then stumbles to her feet. Charlotte hits her with a chop block, then shouts, "I made NXT." Flair pulls Rhea's leg on the bottom rope and jumps on it a few times. Ripley counters Flair and hits a roll out back suplex. Charlotte gets up first and drills Rhea with forearms, but the champion fires back. Charlotte with a big chop. Then Rhea connects with a flurry of knees to the face. Ripley connects with a head kick and a basement drop kick. So then Ripley lands some short arm clotheslines. Flair tosses her to the apron and kicks her knee, sending Ripley to the floor. Charlotte scales the ropes, but Ripley jumps on the apron and kicks her. Ripley gets Charlotte in an electric chair, but hits a facebuster for a near fall. Rhea counters a back suplex and stumbles to the corner where Charlotte decks her. Rhea connects with a back elbow, then takes to the top rope and hits a missile dropkick for a near fall. Flair connects with a big boot and a chop block, then drops a knee on Ripley's injured leg. Flair grabs the leg, but Rhea spins free and gets Charlotte into standing cloverleaf. Flair crawls to the ropes, but Ripley drags her back, only for Flair to roll free. She tries to lock in the figure 8, but Ripley kicks her off. Charlotte gets the champion in a Boston Crab, but Ripley escapes and they exchange pin attempts. So Charlotte continues to stomp the leg, but Ripley connects with a big boot out of nowhere for a near fall. Ripley beats Charlotte in the corner, then sets her up top. Flair counters Ripley and sends her crashing to the mat, then turns around on the ropes and hits a moonsault. Rhea gets the feet up. They both get their feet, and Charlotte hits a spear for a near fall. Flair grabs the leg again, but Rhea rolls her up. Flair grabs the leg, and this time she gets the figure 4 lock in. Ripley slaps at Charlotte, but Flair bridges into the figure 8, and Ripley taps. So once again, Charlotte is your new NXT Women's Champion. So she defeated Rhea Ripley to win the NXT Women's Champion last night. And I bet Charlotte Flair's WWE fans are going to be happy. And I bet they are happy right now. I took to Twitter to congratulate Charlotte on her victory over Rhea Ripley to win the NXT Women's Championship. I actually did. After watching their match, I actually took the time to do that. Alright, so after the match with Charlotte Flair, and after Charlotte Flair's victory over Rhea Ripley to win the NXT Women's Champion, we take a look back. They showed us a look back at some highlights from Part 1 of WrestleMania. The results of which you can find right here. Those of you who wants to read the WWE Wrestlemania 36 Part 2 results for yourself, if you want to, all you have to do is go to www.ringsidenews.com, and once you get there, you see those three white lines on the left side of the corner. You click that, you see where it says WWE results, you go to that, and it'll show WWE WrestleMania Part 2 results. And it'll also show WWE WrestleMania Part 1 results. Click on WWE WrestleMania Part 2 results, and it'll tell you what happened with the matches. So if you want to have a look at it for yourself, go ahead at it. You can if you want to. It's up to you. So, anyways, shifting gears here. So, next match was Aleister Black versus Bobby Lashley with Lana ringside. I actually think this match was pretty interesting because of the simple fact that Aleister Black has a kickboxing background and Bobby Lashley also has a MMA background. That's why I think this match was so interesting, because of both of these superstars' backgrounds. That's why I think this match was so interesting to me. That's why I think this match was so competitive between Bobby Lashley and Aleister Black. And they were both laser focused. They both looked at each other laser focused. And I think this match was going to be certainly for the ages. Bobby Lashley versus Aleister Black. This match was just like Eric Rowan versus Aleister Black back on Raw a few months ago. That's what this match was like. Except for Aleister Black went up against another big man in WWE, which is Bobby Lashley. Aleister Black, this guy is one of my favorite superstars, and you know, and you all already know why he is. I mean, the Black Mass, man, that's a great. I love that finisher, man. That's a great finisher for Aleister Black. Black Mass. That's a perfect finisher for a man from Amsterdam. That's a great finisher from a man with a kickboxing background. For a man that's a Dutch professional wrestler, that's a pretty good finisher for a man with a kickboxing background in front of a man from Amsterdam. It really is. Accidentally pushed a circle by mistake. ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I'm going to say this. I've said this about maybe 5 minutes ago. I'm going to say it again. This match was really, really interesting because of the fact that Bobby Lashley, once again, has an MMA background. Aleister Black, once again, has a kickboxing background. This match was very interesting. And it was so interesting that Lana stayed at ringside to watch this match because she thought it was interesting to her, too. That video, I just thought that video of Lana on her Twitter was so funny. The video of her dancing on TikTok. I've seen that. It was almost like a dancing contest or challenge. She's a good dancer, though. I admit. Naomi's a better dancer than her, though. Let's be honest.
Here comes the almighty Bobby Lashley.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, accompanied by the ravishing Russian Lana. From Colorado Springs, Colorado, weighing in at 273 pounds, the almighty Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley might just be the strongest powerhouse to step foot in a WWE ring. Just look at the sheer size of him.
An amazing physique, unparalleled strength.
Incredible strength is just part of what makes him the almighty. Lashley also has impressive speed and agility for a big man.
He is absolutely the complete athletic package. One of the most physically imposing superstars to ever step foot inside a WWE ring.
Scared the crap out of him. The way that remote control was making noise, it kind of scared me.
Aleister Black is here.
That kind of scared me a little bit, for real. But here comes one of my favorite superstars.
And his opponent from Amsterdam,
I actually told him that, for real, on Twitter. I actually told him.
Weighing in at 215
I watched the match between Bobby Lashley and Aleister Black last night. I was keeping a close eye on this match and all the other
Aleister
matches
Black
too.
slowly, methodically making his way to the ring, all to psych out his opponent.
Goes. That flip over he always does.
Just an incredible presence when Aleister Black enters his battleground.
Really is incredible when he enters the ring. One of my favorite superstars, man. This guy is on a roll. This guy kills it with that black mask. No wonder why his girlfriend Selena Vega loves him. No wonder why everybody else gets along with Aleister Black. No wonder why everybody outside of WWE likes Aleister Black. Nice guy, a good Dutch professional wrestler with a kickboxing background, former NXT champion.
You're stepping into the ring with a dangerous man when you face the ominous man from Amsterdam.
And on the flip side, you have the almighty Bobby Lashley, one of the most physically powerful superstars we have ever seen.
He's got impressive raw strength, and he won't hesitate to inflict massive damage in this match.
High angle belly-to-back suplex.
Who else? Velveteen Dream and other wrestlers too.
Oh, look at those scoops, giving a piece of her mind now.
I'm not so sure she can afford to do that, Cole.
Oh, caught off guard. This might be it. He's on the ropes, and the ref wisely stops the count.
Kick to the gut, and brutal forearm.
He's even defeated the likes of Eric Young and Eric Rowan.
What a suplex.
Not to mention, shoved to
suplex. He's getting a little battered now.
Yeah, but he's not breathing
heavy.
And
not to mention Akira Tozawa. He actually defeated
from Aleister Black.
Black Mask.
He might have been waiting on that one. What does Lashley have in store?
Big reversal.
It's not looking
Bobby
good
Lashley
for him.
used to be in MMA.
Get out of that corner.
Yes, he did.
destroy your
Just like
face.
Batista, just like Lesnar.
Bobby Lashley is pound for pound one of the WWE's absolute strongest. Would you say that's his biggest advantage in this matchup?
Absolutely. Lashley's the total package physically and knows how to put that to work.
I don't think the pure power of Lashley can be overstated. It's a huge part of his unbridled confidence and his success in the ring.
Uh-oh. High angle belly-to-back suplex. He's starting to struggle here.
Things are not looking good for him right now.
I got right to the gut.
It may be
he always hits his target. Nothing is going to stop him now.
I know he's a former AEW.
Belly-to-back suplex.
Textbook vertical suplex. Bam. Hooked him up.
High angle belly-to-back suplex. Simply said, this is going to be a great match.
I should try that outside. People be looking at me crazy.
WrestleMania is not just the day of the show. It's an entire week.
Fan
access, WWE Hall of Fame, NXT TakeOver, and of course the granddaddy of them all, WrestleMania.
Where is he going?
I had an absolutely great time at the Hall of Fame ceremony this weekend. It's really become a part of the whole WrestleMania tradition. Back now inside the ring.
I think he was trying to leave, just like what Sami Zayn tried
now
to do.
In full control.
Saturday night, tried to escape from Daniel Bryan, but Daniel Bryan said, "Nope, you ain't leaving. You ain't leaving the backstage arena."
He can withstand a lot more punishment. I can promise you that.
That's the same thing Sami Zayn tried to do.
Oh, it's Black turning the tables.
That WrestleMania 36 Part 1. Successfully defeated his championship.
Things are looking dire for Lashley.
That's exactly
He's
the
totally
same
out
thing
of it.
he did.
Nobody's home upstairs.
DDT.
Planner.
He tried to escape. It wasn't going to happen. Aleister Black
look at this wicked striking ability.
And even if Bobby Lashley did escape, Aleister Black was going to left. Even if he did do it in another match against Aleister Black.
Oh, what a kick.
I'm sorry to do that.
Powerbomb planner.
Whoa, Black able to avoid damage so quick.
I think this was Aleister Black's toughest challenge ever.
Oh, read him there.
I don't think that Eric Rowan was the toughest match. I think his toughest challenge.
There's a combo of strikes from Aleister Black.
Lashley did.
Lethal.
He He did push Aleister Black to the limit.
Like he's got 11 arms and feet. Oof.
What's he got in mind? Headbutt to the back of the neck.
Oh, saw it coming. Moonsault.
Yeah, he did that moonsault.
Toss to the outside.
Come on, get up.
From the apron. Wow! To the rope, to the floor.
After what we've seen so far, you cannot question the lengths these superstars are willing to go.
The limits of physical exhaustion are being surpassed at this point.
Yeah.
Knee drop. That was nasty. So precise.
That's what it was all about last night.
The knee connect. Wow. That'll rock you.
1, 2.
Oh, target acquired and destroyed. The begin.
Black setting up his opponent.
Thanks for coming.
I think that'll do it. Will Bobby Lashley be able to continue?
He ain't done yet. Oh, what the?
Bobby Lashley able to counter beautifully.
How impressive was that reversal?
Whoa, Black able to avoid.
What's going to happen now?
He is in complete control.
And he could pin his opponent right here.
What a victory.
I don't think Aleister Black realized at that point.
Let's look back at the explosive ability of the Dutch Destroyer.
I tried to pin him. That's what happened. I flipped him up instead of, trying to pin him. So that, ladies and gentlemen, was the result of the match that you just saw.
Here is your winner,
Black Mass. Y'all can see. That was the result of
That's
that
a
match
well-earned
right
victory.
there.
If
But
I've
I'm
ever
going to
seen
tell
one.
y'all, I'm going to reveal to y'all what really happened
can
with this
return to
match.
the darkness knowing he's made a
Last
clear
night.
statement tonight.
Received
WrestleMania
loud and
36,
clear.
I'm going to tell you
That's
in
one of
my
those
own,
personal
in my
WrestleMania
own.
moments and memories that will last a lifetime. I'm so glad we all got to be a part of it.
This match between Aleister Black and Bobby Lashley last night was interesting. It's actually time for me to tell y'all what happened with this match last night at WrestleMania 36 Part 2. So, Black takes a hold of Bobby, but gets thrown off. Again, Black grabs Bobby, this time by the back, and again, Bobby tosses him off. Black takes a headlock, but Lashley throws him up in the air like a flapjack. Lashley attacks Black and runs at him, but gets sent over the ropes. Black boots Lashley off the apron, then hits a springboard moonsault, but nobody's home. So he lands on his feet, and Bobby grabs him and hits a belly-to-belly suplex on the floor. Lashley slams Black into the barricade, then gets him back in the ring. So then Lashley takes a bear hug, then rams Black into the turnbuckles. Lashley hits a running shoulder tackle in the corner, followed by a neck breaker. Lashley lifts for a stalling suplex, but Aleister wiggles his feet and lands on the apron where he kicks Lashley. Black leaps off the top rope, nobody's home, and gets caught with a snap power slam for a 2 count. Lashley runs for the spear and leaps, but Black boots him in the face. Black punches and kicks Lashley, then sweeps him down and hits a running knee. Aleister hits the springboard moonsault again, and this time it lands. Back in the ring, and Lashley hits a running crossbody for a 2 count. Lashley lines up and runs for a spear, but instead meets Black Mass. So Aleister Black wins the match. So then Lashley kind of no-sold the Black Mass. He got up right after the 3 and stared at Lana, who looked like she's ready to dump him. So Caleb Braxton interviews Bayley and Sasha Banks. So Bayley and Sasha Banks were interviewed backstage. She asked about this being Bayley's biggest test yet, and she says it's unfair. She says she has to beat 4 other women in order to escape tonight. She says everyone is trying to drive a wedge between her and Sasha. So, basically, yep. She said everyone's trying to drive a wedge between her and Sasha, but nothing can stand between them. Bayley leaves, but Braxton asks Sasha how bad she wants to win, considering she's never been SmackDown Women's Champion. Banks says you'll have to watch and see. So we see a replay of last night when Mojo turned on Grunt to win the 24/7 championship. Charlie asks about Mojo stealing the title, and Runk says he's won 3 major champions, but that's in the past. He wants that title. It's Otis versus Ziggler with Sonya Deville ringside. I hope Otis and Mandy Rose are really happy though. a couple storyline like this is going really good. WWE's doing it right. They're actually doing it right. Gotta admit it. This Dolph Ziggler, Sonya Deville, Mandy Rose, Otis couple storyline. This is actually a pretty great couple storyline. I think WWE should keep going with this. It's really going good. And come to find out, the person that was behind that hoodie that says he's there to expose the truth, that happened to be Mustafa Ali in that hoodie. And that hooded black mask, that happened to be Mustafa Ali. I knew it was Mustafa Ali because I could tell those lights. I could tell seeing those dots on the screen, those dot lights. Those dot lights is the same lights that were on his attire. Those shining lights. So I knew right away, right there and then, I knew that was Mustafa Ali. Because only Mustafa Ali would have that entrance where he has those lights like that, and on his attire too. So, yep, mystery solved. It was Mustafa Ali behind that hooded mask. That hooded hoodie. Black hoodie, not mask, excuse me. If he was behind the mask, then there's probably no way people wouldn't tell that it was him if he was behind the mask anyway. Honestly. actually going to put Mandy Rose ringside this time. So Mandy Rose did play a part in this match. Even Sonya Deville did play a part in this match too. My favorite, God's greatest creation, Mandy Rose. Huh, it's old. Sounds like it's Otis's favorite too. This couple's storyline should continue. It's a really fun and funny storyline. It's a really serious storyline too, because that mystery solver popped up on the Titron. It was revealed to be known as Mustafa Ali. Ronda Rousey wasn't the one behind that hoodie. It was Mustafa Ali. I'm telling you. Trust me, you seen those lights on that computer. Those lights looked familiar. I knew right away it was Mustafa Ali. You all could tell it was him too. Trust me.
The big man's here on pay-per-view.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Mandy Rose, representing Heavy Machinery from Superior, Wisconsin, weighing in at 330 pounds, Otis!
I think Mandy Rose should
not like Otis. He's always fired up.
That night.
Always ready to go.
What's wrong with him? He's had too much caffeine.
Well, maybe that too.
Sonya Deville's ringside with Dolph Ziggler. He was all alone. I think Mandy Rose was still upset at the time of Friday Night SmackDown. I mean, which I don't blame her for being upset.
Dolph Ziggler's on the
Upset
big
about
stage.
that, you know.
Such a familiar sight, but you never get tired of it.
Who were the corporates behind that?
And his opponent, accompanied by Sonya Deville from Hollywood, Florida, weighing in at 218 pounds, Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler really can do it all. He's an actor, he's a stand-up comic, he's a social media influencer. There's truly nothing Dolph can't do. Yeah, all of Ziggler's talents relate to him enjoying the sound of his own voice.
Well, Saxton, you're just jealous because no one loves the sound of your voice, not even your own family.
Hey, guys, you can bet there are plenty of superstars in the back crowded around the monitor for this one.
Yeah, this really is an intriguing matchup, Cole. The end result
Considering
can very well
that both
trigger a
Otis and
domino
Dolph
effect on
Ziggler
the rest
has
of
an
the roster.
immature background, even Otis' partner Tucker has an
The bell
immature
rings
background.
and set for action as Dolph Ziggler, a man who has real talent and ability in the ring, but spends most of his time complaining and deriding his fellow superstars.
And on the other end, you have Otis, who spent a considerable amount of time living in a van down by the river.
Ooh, I just hope Otis hears what you say, and he comes over here and he caterpillars you.
I don't think he can make the distance, but I'm sure he's dumb enough to try.
And what a giving a piece of her mind now.
And I'm not so sure she can afford to do that, Cole.
He's going for it. He's got it. He's hurting now.
If he doesn't get out of that corner, he's going to be hurting even worse.
Oh, that's how you establish dominance.
Oh.
This is what WrestleMania is all about. Passion, leaving your body and your heart and your soul in the ring.
Ziggler may be in trouble here.
It's nothing he hasn't been through before.
Dolph Ziggler is probably one of the most overconfident superstars on the WWE roster. Is that an advantage?
Huge advantage. Dolph comes into the match so sure of himself, victory's a foregone conclusion. Practically a prophecy.
I don't know about that. Confidence can only do so much, and prophecy is not a conclusion. Delivering the suplex.
Powering through. Just producing an onslaught.
Bear hug.
Look at the power.
Dolph Ziggler all tied up, and
he escapes the submission.
And good thing, that could have been disastrous. There it is, the zigzag. Can he put this one away?
Dolph Ziggler just changed the momentum of this match.
The WWE Universe knows when that bell rings, Dolph Ziggler's looking to steal the show. The show-off takes pride in taking down.
Here we go.
Wow, elbow!
He's lost some of his wind now.
Taking on some offense, but he expected as much. Oh, I didn't see that coming from Otis.
Incoming!
WrestleMania is seen in every corner of the globe, including on the WWE Network. Up against the barrier now.
I think that barrier might be the only thing holding him up.
I think you're right.
This was Otis' aggression right here. This is when Otis' aggression.
Oh, right to the face.
Dolph Ziggler seen it firsthand.
Elbow right to the back of the neck.
Firsthand.
Bringing it back into the ring.
That match between him and Otis.
He's got him here. He's got him up.
And
oh! Dolph Ziggler getting trounced here.
yeah, I don't even think he knows where he is.
Right now, Dolph needs to tap into that reserve tank if he wants to truly show the world how good he is.
Dolph Ziggler turns it around.
Beautiful. Neck breaker.
Picture perfect.
Oh, look at Ziggler. Incredible. Straight punch.
Snap there.
Oh, and the rolling neck.
Dolph Ziggler gets the cover.
Frustration has to be mounting as he kicks out yet again, producing a trampling.
Otis got out of there in time.
What's he going to do with it? That's off with a DDT!
Saw what he had in mind there.
Ooh, solid contact there.
What impact!
Oh, he's got him here. He's got him up.
And
this is not where you want to be. Vertical suplex.
nice.
And what a push.
Slipped my hand off the drum joystick. That really hurt. That hurt. Ouch.
Nothing fancy here. Backbreaker. And backbreaker. Powering through.
This is what he feeds off of.
Hurts when you slip your hand off the joystick. God, I'm still twitching.
Belly to belly.
It's even worse.
He's looking to fly.
Look at this. Dolph Ziggler turns it around. And another reversal.
Seems like we're back to where we began, Michael. We are seeing a lot of guts, a lot of determination out there. You have to wonder where that one turning point to end this will come from. Man, Ziggler gets out of the way quickly.
Lightning speed from Dolph.
Dominating cross-body. Targeting the shoulder with the claw. Dolph Ziggler all tied up.
He broke out of it.
Cole, how in the world did he find the energy to do that? Oh, I didn't see that coming from Otis.
And it's Dolph Ziggler with the reversal.
Whoa, it's another reversal. Oh, he knew that was coming.
Oh, nasty impact.
Oh, knee.
Lights out. Have you ever seen a human being tossed like that?
And what a push.
Oh, look at the scoop slam.
Not where you want to be at this point in the match, guys.
Definitely not.
Using the elbow as a weapon for the victory here. And Otis picks up the win.
Dolph here just didn't give his opponent enough credit, and he ended up paying for it.
Now that y'all seen the result of the match, bam.
Here is your winner, Otis!
Took it to another level to gain that win.
Look, we've seen the show-off fight back from bigger beatings than this.
That's one of those personal WrestleMania moments and memories that will last a lifetime. I'm so glad we all got to be a part of it.
Okay, so now that y'all seen the results of that match, I'm going to read to y'all what happened with this match that I watched last night between Dolph Ziggler and Otis at WrestleMania 36. The actual match that happened on the WWE Network, as well as all the other matches that occurred at WrestleMania 36, Part 2. So the bell rings, and Otis runs at Dolph, who ducks away. Otis catches Dolph and tackles him in the corner. Dolph avoids a splash in the corner and connects with a super kick. Then Otis tumbling from the ring, Dolph Ziggler tosses Otis into the barricade and screams at him. Back in the ring, Dolph hits Otis with a perfect drop kick and applies a chin lock. Dolph keeps Otis grounded for a while, then attempts a second drop kick, but Otis catches him and catapults him into the turnbuckle. So then Dolph kicks Otis, but he shakes it off. Then again, Otis headbutts Dolph. 2 clotheslines from Otis, followed by a body slam. Otis stands on Dolph's back, then whips him into the corner. Otis whips Ziggler into the buckles, chest first, then throws him out of the ring. Otis whips Dolph into the barricade, then the ring post, back in the ring, and Otis hits a compactor. Otis attempts the caterpillar, but Sonya gets on the apron and strikes him, and the referee Ziggler low blows Otis, and both men go down. Mandy Rose comes down the ramp and slaps Sonya Deville, then unloads on her. She rolls Sonya into the ring to distract the ref, then low blows Dolph. Otis hits the caterpillar for the win. Mandy celebrates in the ring with Otis like as they should. He lifts her up and they kiss. Otis carries her off. That is a good love story right there. They should put this in the article in the magazine. They should put this in a magazine, as a matter of fact. maybe in a wrestling magazine. I'd also be surprised if they put this in a Wrestle Talk magazine. Well, just saying. I mean, Wrestling Sports Magazine, Wrestle Talk magazine. Well, I don't think Wrestle Talk would be too pleased with that. So, next we had a last man standing match. So I'm gonna tell y'all what all went down with that. I'm actually gonna put these guys up there, and then I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm going to go ahead and tell you what all went down with this last man standing match. So, Randy comes from behind in. Edge enters the ring first, and then when Randy Orton's music hits, Randy comes in from behind Edge as he waits in the ring and hits an RKO out of nowhere. So we see a replay, and it turns out Orton was He's disguised. Turns out Orton was disguised as a cameraman at ringside. So the referee, this was the last man standing match between Edge versus Randy Orton. So the referee waits until Edge is up on his feet and says he's ready before ringing the bell. So Edge comes forward and swings for Randy, but gets hit with a second RKO. So the referee starts his count, and Orton taunts Edge, telling him it's all his own fault. Edge rolls out of the ring to get on his feet. At 9, Orton grabs the camera he was using earlier and hits Edge with it, sending him over the barricade. Edge pulls himself up using some bends, but Randy immediately hits him with a European uppercut. They fight into the backstage area of the Performance Center and wild up in the gym. Orton slams Edge into a plastic table in the gym, then hits him with a headbutt. Orton puts Edge's head and arms inside a hoop hanging from the weight machine and punches him in the face repeatedly, telling him he loves him. Edge pulls himself up as Orton grabs a weight plate, but Edge jumps through a bench press machine and kicks the plate into Orton's face. Both men get to their feet by the plastic table, and Edge punches Randy a few times. Edge grabs Orton from behind and unloads some forearms to the chest. Edge slams Orton to the table, then screams at him before punching. Edge puts Orton in the chair and punches him. Then jumps up onto the monkey bars and swings off to hit Randy on the chair with a seated senton. Edge runs up and jumps off a sled to hit a double axe handle. So then Edge tries to whip Orton into a wall, but it's reversed. So then Orton grabs the sled and tries to run it into Edge, but the Radar Superstar rolls out of the way. Edge and Orton tee off on each other until Edge slams him into a production box. They stumble out of the gym into a production area and hit each other in the tight corridor. And Edge slams Orton into a steel garage door. I thought for a second it said garbage door. I was like, what? There is no such thing as a garbage door. Anyways, Edge lifts Orton and slams him into it again. So they've worked their way back to ringside, but behind the barricade on a raised platform by the lights, Orton slams Edge into some lead lightning rigs. Then off the platform into the barricade, Edge gets up at 9 and Randy axes him back through the PC into another corridor. Randy slams Edge into some glass, but it didn't break. They make their way into the office room with a big long desk, and Edge beats Randy's head off of it. Edge yells at Orton to get up, and he does at 9. Edge throws Orton onto the table, then climbs onto the metal grating above and drops an elbow on him. The brawl continues through some corridors, with Orton throwing Edge into some wall posters and even knocking the cameraman over. A different cameraman finds them in a storage warehouse, and Edge slams Orton into a nearby ladder. So then Randy slams Edge into a storage cart, then into some steel steps. Edge pulls himself up at 9, and Randy drops him with a right hand. Edge rolls into an interview area, and Orton stomps his hand, then rubs his boot against Edge's face. Edge fires back and beats Orton into a table, then stares wildly at a ladder by some scaffolding, and Edge climbs the ladder onto the scaffolding and leaps off with an elbow drop to Orton through the table. Both get to their feet, and we see Orton's back is bleeding. Randy kicks Edge and headbutts him. Orton bangs Edge's head off the back of a pickup truck. Edge gets up at 8, but Orton beats him off the truck again and again. Orton punches him up onto the cargo bed of the truck, then onto the roof of the truck. Orton drags Edge off the roof and hits a draping DDT onto the cargo bed. Edge climbs onto some production boxes to stop the count, then onto the top of the NXT semi-truck parked nearby. Orton climbs up after Edge and runs for a runs for a count, but Edge spears him. They both get to their feet. Edge runs for a spear, but gets caught with an RKO. Orton rolls off the semi and down onto the pickup truck as Edge beats the count before collapsing. Orton grabs 2 chairs and carries them back up to the top of the semi, then hits Edge across the back with one. Orton puts one of the chairs under Edge's head, grabs the other one, but Edge jumps up and gets him in a standing triangle choke. Edge chokes Orton until he falls into the chair. Edge then stands and grabs the other chair and yells at the referee to stop counting. Edge stands over Orton with the chair and starts to cry, but then sees clearly and hits the con chair too. Edge watches as Orton twitches until the count of 10. Mojo Rawley comes running down around the ring, being chased by a bunch of random people. Grunk appears on the balcony and jumps off onto everyone at ringside. Then pins Mojo. Grunk is the 24/7 champion. So then this brings us to the World Tag Team Championships. I'm just going to tell you that Street Profits successfully defended their Raw Tag Team Champions against Angel Garza and Austin Theory. And let's see what else. I noticed there's some stuff missing on this list. There's something missing on this list. I noticed there are a few things missing on the list. A lot of things that are actually missing on this list. I think there's a lot of teams missing on this list. Nonetheless, where's the Street Profits? There we go. That's so next is the Street Profits versus Angel Garza and Austin Theory for the Raw Tag Team Champions. I watched that match last night too. Oh, and guess who, guess who came to the aid of the Street Profits to hit their finisher on Selena Vega? spoiler alert, guess who came to the aid of the Street Profits? Bianca Belair did. Yep, that's right. Bianca Belair came to the aid of the Street Profits. She was coming to the ring to ensure that the Street Profits retained their titles against Angel Garza and Austin Theory. I'm actually gonna read to y'all what happened with this match after this. What happened with this match last night. Ladies and gentlemen, we are just about done with this review. So don't worry. Won't be long before we get done. Three more matches. Yeah, 3 more matches to review. 2 more matches to do, 3 more matches to review. Yes, the Street Profits will run the same attires that they have on this WWE 2K20 game. Yes, this was the same attires they wore on this game. Same attires that WWE 2K20 put on them on this game.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Raw Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers first, accompanied by Zelina Vega from Monterrey, Mexico, weighing in at 205 pounds. And his partner from Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, Austin Theory.
Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, is our Tag Team Championship match.
And this is the one I've been waiting for all day, Cole. What these teams can do inside that ring never ceases to amaze me.
And introducing the champions, accompanied by Bianca Belair, at a combined weight of 492 pounds, they are the Raw Tag Team Champions, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford.
Guys, the champs will have their hands full tonight in this title defense.
And if they're not careful, it could very likely be their last title defense, if you know what I mean.
There you see what it's all about. Tag Team Gold. Big-time tag team match underway here.
And with the title on the line, both of these superstars look like they brought their A-game here tonight.
Clothesline takes him down.
Forget about it.
Don't forget, you can follow this match on social networks under hashtag Tag Team Championship.
Oh, what a spear!
If the champ loses the title here tonight, it won't be from lack of conditioning. Talk about being in phenomenal shape.
Headlock. Oh, and cheap shot right above the eye.
Got the full Nelson.
Slam!
In a tag team contest, a superstar and partner lock up against another duo. Unless there's a special stipulation added to the match, the traditional rules of a singles match apply in terms of winning the match via pinfall, submission, countout, or disqualification.
Clothesline takes him down.
Forget about it.
The challenger eating up some damage.
Well, it's not dire consequences for him here, which is good. But just in case, he might want to think about getting his partner in there for a bit.
In off the tag. Flash! What impact! Struggling to get to the corner here.
Might not make it, Michael.
Out of it. And
Oh, Montez Ford turning the tables.
No, another reversal.
Neither one of them are willing to give an inch here.
And here we go now. Elbow drop. This could mean trouble. Beautiful suplex. Covered by the champ. He got body on body there, but that's about it.
Yeah, this early, no chance.
In a standard tag team match, one competitor is in the ring against an opponent, and their teammate is in the corner standing on the ring apron. I should also point out that the competitor in the ring, as far as the referee is concerned, is the legal man. Only the legal man can attempt to score a fall over an opponent or be defeated by an opponent.
In a tag match, when a superstar tags their partner, the person who tagged out has him until the referees count of 5 to exit the ring. For a tag to be considered legal, both of the superstars' feet have to be on the apron. The partner must be touching the tag rope in the corner. Both team members must touch, and the referee must see the tag be made. Desperately needs to make a tag here. I don't know. It's going to be tough to make it to the corner.
There may be no preventing the tag now.
It doesn't get much more exciting than this, Michael.
Somehow gets the tag.
Neckbreaker.
The challenger's looking shaken.
The beauty of tag team competition is that he doesn't need to take the entire brunt of the opposition's attack, though the thought of making a tag doesn't necessarily appear to be on his mind right now.
What a windmill kick! Oh, yeah. Scoop slam! Desperately trying to get to the corner now.
This can't bode well.
Butterfly DDT. The title might change hands. Does Montez Ford even know where he is? Oh, the end of heartache.
Oh, Montez Ford turning the tables.
Uh-oh. Setting him up.
Uh-oh.
Neckbreaker. Splash in the corner.
Wow.
Really needs to get to the corner and make a tag.
Otherwise, this match may be over sooner than later.
He's getting closer, Corey.
And look at his partner. He wants in the worst way.
And he gets there.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
And it's reversed.
Paying for that mistake.
Scoop slam. The champ to the top.
He's trying again. That is a great reversal.
And I think we just might see the challenger's hopes are slipping away.
He's in a
All the way for the top. Jumping, leaping attack.
Now's the time to find that second win. Find that rush of adrenaline to push you forward.
Just misses. He comes up short here.
He looks off his game right now, Michael.
Wow. Missed by a mile.
Had that one well scouted.
Into a powerbomb. Back in from the floor. He's in full control now.
Ooh, tossed with the suplex.
Bionic elbow.
Montez displaying magnificent athleticism.
That's what he does. Keeps on the attack.
Now with complete control. Ooh, what impact. Middle rope, missile drop kick.
Hit the target. Kick to the gut. Hooked up. DDT.
Tagged in. Angelo Dawkins is getting ready.
The champ has this one in hand now.
Angelo Dawkins might have just secured the victory.
The champ to the top turnbuckle. Looking for... He's about to do it. He's about to do it again.
A championship level move.
Montez. They did it. Let's take another look at what made that matchup so memorable.
Here are your winners, and still Raw Tag Team Champions, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins.
Nicely done. He picks up the win.
It's really quite scary when you think about just how good the tag champs have been of late.
And what an incredible journey it has been to get to this WrestleMania.
Oh, excuse me for that. Yeah, I'm actually going to tell y'all what happened in this match between the Street Profits and Angel Garza and Austin Theory for the Raw Tag Team Champions last night. So, the match begins with Theory and Dawkins, and they lock up. Dawkins takes a headlock and gets shot off and drops Theory with a shoulder. Dawkins leapfrogs Theory and hits another shoulder before tagging Montez Ford, who connects with a dropkick. Then flapjacks the incoming Garza onto Theory. The Profits dropkick Theory and Garza with the latter rolling from the ring. Profits make quick tags and beat on Theory, with Dawkins hitting a spinning lariat in the corner. Theory tosses Dawkins to the outside, and Garza clocks him with a super kick as the referee is distracted. Theory punches Dawkins as he re-enters the ring and tags Garza. Angel kicks a draped Dawkins in the corner, then rips off his torsers and throws them at Ford. Tags a Theory and he dives through the ropes with a forearm roll into a dropkick. Tag to Garza and they hit stereo kicks to Angelo. Tag to Ford and he comes in hot with clotheslines to Garza. Leapfrog in a leaping lariat. Standing moonsault earns Ford to 2 count. Ford hits a DDT, but Theory breaks into the pin attempt. Ford clocks Theory with a drop kick, and he rolls from the ring. Ford then hits a top to both Dawkins and Ford. Angel Garza climbs to the top rope and wipes out both Profits with a moonsault on the floor. Garza gets Ford back in the ring and hits another moonsault for a near fall. Ford connects with an enziguri and tags Dawkins, while Theory gets a tag. Theory drops Dawkins with the TKO and pins, but Montez comes off the top rope with a frog splash to Theory, and the Profits win. So, after the Street Profits' victory, retaining the Raw Tag Team titles over Garza and Theory. Garza and Theory attacked the Profits after the match, and Vega even drops Ford with a super kick. Bianca Belair runs down and attacks Vega, while the Profits come back and clear the ring. Belair hits the KOD on Vega and whips her hands of her. So Tyson O'Neil is standing on the balcony, and he says he is the host now that Gronk has left the building. So it's a SmackDown Women's Championship fatal 5-way elimination match. So I'm going to tell you what happened with this Fatal 5-Way Elimination match. So, the match begins, and every woman... This is what happened with Fatal 5-Way match, Elimination match last night. So, of course, the match begins, and every woman attacks Tamina. But she shrugs them all off and delivers a few right hands. Tamina gets chopped, blocked, then beat down and rolled to the outside. Bayley and Evans start fighting, while Sasha attacks Naomi. And Sasha smacks Lacey into the buckles, and Bayley follows up with a running knee. Naomi and Lacey team to drop Bayley and Sasha with lariats. Tamina returns and beats every woman down. She drops both Bayley and Sasha with a double clothesline, but Evans rolls her up for a near fall. Tamina throws Lacey across the ring, then does the same to Naomi. Tamina hits both with a hip attack, then pins Sasha with a boot on her throat for a near fall. Team Bad reunite for a brief moment before Sasha gets dropped with a super kick. Naomi hits Tamina with a stunner, and Evans hits a moonsault to her for a near fall. Banks hits Tamina with a 619. Then Bayley hits the macho elbow, followed by a frog splash from Banks, moonsault from Evans, and a split leg moonsault from Naomi. Every woman jumps on Tamina and pins her. Tamina eliminated. So, Sasha and Bayley leave the ring, but Evans and Naomi hit them both with baseball slides. Naomi jumps over the ropes onto Sasha. Evans tries to do the same to Bayley, but nobody's home. And the champion slams her onto the steel steps. Bayley hits Naomi with a flapjack into the apron, then rolls her into the ring for a 2 count. Naomi hits back but gets whipped to the corner, and Sasha returns to stomp her. So then Naomi hits a sunset flip to both women, but they kick out. Naomi with a double drop kick, then a double sliding uppercut. Naomi hits a wheelbarrow. Matter of fact, I can show you all these women right now. These are the women that participated in the before I get back to reading what happened with that Fatal 5, before I get back to reading, tell y'all what happened with that Fatal 5-Way match, I'm going to put these women up there that participated in this match. So here are the women that participated in this match for the SmackDown Women's Champion. For the SmackDown Women's Champion. So Alright, so back to what I was reading to y'all on this Fatal 5-Way match. So Naomi hit a sunset flip to both women, but they kick out. So Naomi with a double drop kick, then a double sliding uppercut. Naomi hits a wheelbarrow stunner, followed by a rear view to Sasha Banks. And those are the women that participated in this Fatal 5-Way match, by the way. Naomi with a spinning board kick to Bayley, then an atomic drop to Sasha. Bayley cracks her with a knee, then Sasha applies the bank statement, and Naomi taps. Naomi eliminated. Lacey Evans retaliated. Lacey Evans gets back in the ring and beaten down by Banks and Bayley. They hit her with a double team slap for double team slam. For a near fall. Bayley accidentally hits Sasha, and Evans rolls up Bayley for a 2 count, but Bayley fires back with a running knee. Banks comes back and argues with Bayley. Evans comes in, and Bayley shoves her away. But Evans drops Banks with a woman's right for the pin. Sasha Banks eliminated. Bayley attacks Lacey, dropping elbows on her. Bayley whips Evans to the corner, but Southern Belle bounces out with a clothesline. So then the corner, she bounces out with a clothesline, then another, and a neck breaker. Evans gets knocked to the apron, and Bayley shoves her into the ring post. Bayley punches Lacey and slams her arm into the mat. Bayley ties Lacey's arm to the ring post using the top rope, then tees off on her. Evans breaks free and kicks the crap out of Bayley. Evans hits a seated senton in the corner, then another. Evans climbs up top, salutes, and hits the moonsault, but Bayley kicks out. Sasha comes back and hits Lacey with a backstabber. Then Bayley hits her with her finisher and retains. So after the match, Sasha comes into the ring with the SmackDown Women's Championship. She holds the title and looks at it, then wraps it around Bayley's waist and raises her hand. Now, the next one is what I'm about to read. Is going to be it's going to get really strange and weird. What I'm about to read. What I'm about to read is the next match between The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, and John Cena. So I'm here. So before we get to that, John Cena makes his entrance at a performance center. He smiles into the camera and says, "Welcome to wrestling, basically." But the screen cuts to a few clips of old WrestleManias and goes to the funhouse. Bray says there is a world beyond our where gods, monsters, and angels and demons are neighbors, which I find kind of strange, creepy. He asks who John Cena really is and says he's about to face his most dangerous opponent yet, himself. Bray walks through the door, and then John Cena is standing in the Fire Funhouse. And what I'm about to read to y'all, what happened with this match between Bray Wyatt and John Cena is getting ready to be strange. What I'm about to read to y'all is getting ready to be strange, creepy, and weird. So if you don't want to hear what happened with this match between John Cena and The Fiend, I suggest you click over here right now. Because I'm about to spoiler you on what happened with this match between The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, and John Cena. The weirdest, strangest thing that happened in this match. So, here's what happened with this Fire Funhouse match. Cena looks around the funhouse and is weirded out. Rumbling Rabbit appears and tells Cena where Bray went. So, Cena goes through the door after Wyatt. Cena is in darkness, but hears noises that freak him out. A puppet of Vince appears beside Cena and asks him if he's had enough ruthless aggression. He tells Cena to show him if he has the aggression necessary to fulfill his dreams, and he'll be fired. Bray's in a ring in a dark room, and he mirrors Kurt Angle's promo from years ago. Then Cena walks out in front of the SmackDown Fist dressed as the prototype. Cena gets into the ring and stands in front of Bray. Wyatt asks Cena what he has that makes him think that he has what it takes, and Cena yells ruthless aggression and swings a slap, but Bray ducks it and laughs at him. Cena keeps yelling it and swinging at him, but Bray avoids them all, saying they're reliving his greatest failure. This is what it says. So, Bray slides out of the ring and Cena chases him. The intro to Saturday night main event from the 80s plays. Then we see Bray behind the cage with a VCR filter on the video. Bray cuts a Hogan-style promo and brings his partner in. John Cena, who is curling dumbbells repeatedly, cuts a promo as well, and Bray watches his arms as he curls. Cena drops the weight, but now his arms won't work. He swings for Bray, but Wyatt says Egomaniac has been running wild on Cena. Cena winds up back in front of the SmackDown Fist, and he's Thugonomics Cena now. He's Thugonomics Cena now. So his old music plays, and Bray dances as John enters the ring. Cena raps about the lack of fans, Bray's weight, and says he's a failure. Bray says Cena is the golden ghost. He's the golden goose, but he's not a superhero. He makes fun of everyone, wins, then runs away. He says this is Cena's last chance, so the floor is his. Cena raps again, then runs at Bray, but Wyatt appears behind him and drops him with a chained fist. Bray appears as the original Bray Wyatt in a rocking chair. He says he had the whole world in his hands, and Abigail spoke of this day. Cena was supposed to be a man of the people, but why didn't he listen when they sang for Wyatt? He says the people wanted and needed him. It was supposed to be a prophecy, but it ended his greatest failure. But now it's time to rewrite his story. Wyatt is in the rocking chair in the ring. He attacks Cena in the corner and dances with him. He attempts Sister Abigail, but Cena escapes, and suddenly Wyatt has a chair. He hands Cena the chair and says he made the wrong choice 6 years ago when Cena didn't hit him. He tells Cena to fix that mistake. So Cena swings, but Bray isn't there. The NWO intro plays, and Wyatt is in the ring dressed as Eric Bischoff and cuts the same promo as Bischoff, but introduces Cena clad in NWO gear and carrying the belt. The Vince McMahon puppet says, "This is such good shit." Cena tackles Wyatt and punches him over and over as we see clips of his permanent losses. The camera pulls back, and he was beating Huskus the Pig. The Fiend appears behind Cena, grabs him with the Mandible Claw, then hits Sister Abigail, as we hear Cena's recent promos. The Fiend applies the Mandible Claw again, then stands up and poses. Cena disappears. Bray Wyatt wins. After the match, we're back with Titus O'Neil, and he looks dumbfolded. He says he doesn't know what he just saw. He probably looked claustrophobic too. So, here, the next match was Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman ringside defending his Universal Championship against Drew McIntyre. This was the main event of WrestleMania 36 Part 2, so this is the last match. So it was Brock Lesnar defending his WWE Championship against Drew McIntyre. I was getting ready to say Universal, but it's WWE Champion, not Universal. This match ended quick.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. It is for the WWE Championship.
Y'all really thought I wasn't going to do this.
With ominous bagpipes, just a warning of the destruction yet to come.
This match was good and quick.
This match is going to be a display of Drew's brutality.
That seems to be the story for all of Drew's matches.
That's just the Scottish psychopath true nature, Cole. A tiger can't change his stripes.
Has the Tiger tried therapy?
McIntyre takes credit for the destruction of the Shield, for eliminating Kurt Angle from WWE for a period of time. No fear in the eyes or the heart of the Scottish psychopath.
One of the most intimidating individuals you will ever meet inside a wrestling ring.
You want big box office? Here's your featured attraction, the Beast Incarnate. The main event, everywhere he steps foot, anywhere on the planet Earth. The man who put the one in 21 and 1, no stranger to pay-per-view, Brock Lesnar.
And you could say that Brock Lesnar's pay-per-view greatness began in 2002 at SummerSlam, when he defeated The Rock, not only to become WWE Champion, but to become the youngest WWE Champion in history.
Introducing the challenger from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 254 pounds, Drew McIntyre. And introducing the champion from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 295 pounds, he's the WWE champion, Brock Lesnar!
One of these men will be walking away with the immortal World Heavyweight Championship. The World Heavyweight Champion is ready to defend his ground. I don't think I see an ounce of doubt in the champion. He absolutely believes he's leaving tonight with his title, Byron.
Well, it would be hard to argue with him, Michael. I could tell by the way he entered the arena today that he was in a different kind of zone. The type of zone that only champions go to.
Clothesline.
Not looking good, guys.
Oh, no. Lesnar's about to end this.
Now that is why they're the champ.
Drew McIntyre really needs to dig down deep and fast. Brock Lesnar with a nice reversal.
Drew McIntyre has earned something of a reputation for his brutality in the ring. I think we can expect to see that ruthlessness on display here.
Drew needs to utilize his unrelenting offense in this matchup. Brutality is a big part of that, Cole.
If there's an opening in your defense, expect Drew to exploit it. He won't shy away from going after an injured limb to get the better of his opponent.
It's Drew McIntyre with the opening.
Get out, pile driver. He's looking for more.
Oh, no. He's starting to get heated.
Guys, there's a very good chance this escalates. Watch McIntyre, a Terminator at work.
Back now inside the ring.
I don't think I've seen a superstar with Drew McIntyre's single-minded drive to win. Even when faced with his release in 2014, McIntyre said he'd be back, and that's exactly what happened.
And a lesser man would have felt sorry for himself and blamed others, but Drew traveled the globe and honed his devastating craft.
With the championship at stake, you know these superstars are going to give everything they can to win here tonight.
Crushing impact from way up top.
Following up on McIntyre's triumphant return to WWE, not only was he true to his word, but he came back even more ferocious a competitor than McIntyre looking to end this.
Kick to the gut. Oh, brutal forearm.
Offense like that is why Drew McIntyre's a game changer.
He's in non-stop attack mode. Across the top rope, stun gun.
The champ looking up.
McIntyre setting up. Boom! Claymore kick. The title's in. McIntyre looking to end this. The title might change hands. Let's see if it's really over.
There's two. You have to hand it to our new champion. Drew McIntyre was just playing better tonight. How does one survive the beast? Here's your answer.
Here is your winner and the new WWE Champion, Drew McIntyre.
That's a big win for him, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, the challenger simply refused to be denied, and now we are looking at a new champion. Unbelievable.
Thanks for tuning in for this championship match, and what an amazing match it was.
Alright, so I'm going to tell y'all what really happened with this match between Drew McIntyre and Brock Lesnar last night for the WWE Championship. So, the main event got underway, and Brock kicks Drew, drills him with a forearm, and then delivers shoulders in the corner. McIntyre reverses a whip into the corner and connects with a Claymore kick, but Brock kicks out. McIntyre lines up in the corner and looks for a second, but Brock dodges and hits a German suplex. Brock lifts McIntyre for a second, then a third. Lesnar lifts Drew and hits an F5, but Drew kicks out at 1. Brock looks shocked. Brock lifts Drew and hits a second F5, and this time scores a near fall. Brock gets him up again and hits a third F5, but Drew kicks out. Brock looks incensed. He turns to Heyman, who says he's good. He's really good. Just keep doing it. He can't kick out all night. So Brock laughs at Drew and asks if he wants to go all night. He gets Brock up for an F5. He gets Drew up for an F5, but Drew climbs off, shoves him into the ropes, and hits a Claymore kick. McIntyre waits for Lesnar and hits another Claymore kick. McIntyre goes to the corner, lines up the shot, and hits a fourth Claymore kick and scores the pinfall. Winner, new WWE Champion, Drew McIntyre. After the match, Drew gets the title. He gets the title after the match and looks emotional. He raises it in the air and roars. We see replays. Then Drew is on his knees looking at the belt. He points to the camera and says, "Thank you." McIntyre takes to the top rope and holds poses with the title. So that's all the WrestleMania 36 Part 2 review. Hope you all enjoyed watching it. and hearing me review to y'all what happened with those matches and everything else at WrestleMania 36, Part 2, full show results and review. Ladies and gentlemen, tune in Tuesday morning because I'll be reviewing tomorrow night's Monday Night Raw. So tune in Tuesday morning because I'll be reviewing Monday Night Raw. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a good day. Make sure you wash your hands and sanitize your hands because hygiene's important. Okay? Don't get sick. I really want this coronavirus to go away, just like everybody else wants this coronavirus to go away. So, y'all have yourselves a good day and stay safe out there.